welcome to an episode of Historically Marked, Historic National Road Edition. And I am entering Maryland from Pennsylvania on the Mason-Dixon Line. I'm planning on doing at least 5 episodes here in the state of Maryland. And this is the first marker I encounter as I approach the state line. Well, this is a state line, what am I saying? All right, check it out. All right, so that is the Welcome to Maryland sign. And then right over there is the Pennsylvania, Welcome to Pennsylvania sign. Then the Historic National Road. And this road right here is Pigsier Road. I don't know where they come up with these weird names. But anyway, I'm gonna read the marker here. Now, just remember, if you've been following this series on this YouTube channel, the National Road, I've been doing it backwards the whole time. The key is to start from Cumberland or Baltimore and just go westward. I've been going eastward from where it ended in East St. Louis and Vandalia, but you know, there's a lot of different ways to discover things, so I'm kind of breaking an unwritten rule. But it says here, this is the last stop in Maryland. Well, first for me. All right, here America's first interstate highway enters Pennsylvania. The National Road started in Cumberland, connected to a series of privately funded turnpikes from Baltimore, and eventually wound its way through 4 states to Illinois. Looking east from here, millions of early travelers face several 3,000-foot Appalachian ridges as they rode and walked toward the Chesapeake Bay and the ports of Baltimore. Heading west, horsemen, stagecoaches, and freight wagons passed over more peaks before they plunged into the Ohio River Valley, headed for the plains of the American heartland to the Mississippi River. Using old trails through what were once Iroquois, Delaware, and Shawnee hunting lands, the National Road joined colonial America with the Northwest Territory. Merchants, traders, and families from all over the world journeyed along this route in their quest to claim land, expand markets, and form new lives. Okay, so it says here the Pigsier Road on the Mason-Dixon Line crosses the National Road at the State Line Methodist Church to your left. Yeah, that church right there. They were moved here in 1900 from the Jasper Augustine property in Addison, Pennsylvania, where I was just at. 1903, it became the State Line Church officially. And as far as the name Mason-Dixon Line, which I'm sure you probably heard, here's how the name origins are. In 1763, Charles Mason and Jeremiah Dixon arrived in America to settle this now famous boundary dispute between Maryland and Pennsylvania. The stones, weighing between 300 and 600 pounds, were quarried of limestone in Great Britain and shipped to America. The terrain got so hilly that Mason and Dixon erected large rock groupings around wooden posts west of Sideling Hill. Leftover markers were stored at Fort Frederick and finally installed in 1901 and 1903. So here is where I'll be going the rest of the time, to Cumberland. Now this is somewhat a continuation of the National Road that goes to Baltimore. And right now I'm almost at 3,000 feet elevation, but I will be eventually going to the highest elevated peak on the National Road pretty soon at Kaiser's Ridge. So I will be on my way. All right, thanks so much for tuning into this episode of Historically Marked. I am Jason, the Historic National Road in Maryland. Sign off.